Welcome to #Fundimali. Together with Westbank, we bring you financial literacy that creates financial freedom for you today. #Fundimali brings you knowledge that you can use to make informed financial decisions when buying your dream vehicle on credit. When you purchase a vehicle on Balloon, there are three things that you need to know about. The more you know about these things, the better you are. Let's have a look at them. The first thing, budget for the balloon amount from your first installment. The bank would have told you what the balloon payment would need to be at the end of the contract, or what balloon amount you will have to pay to finish off the contract. Take that amount, divide it by the contract term, 72 months, 60 months, 64 months, or even 96 months. Divide it by the contract term and start saving at least bi-monthly towards that balloon amount. What then happens is you find once you get to the end of the contract term, you would have at least half of that balloon amount saved up, which you can pay to show that at least now I'm only looking at the half to finish off the contract. And another nice thing about it is that amount, once you're saving it, it becomes your emergency fund. Anything happens, you need to change your tire, or you need to do an emergency service, or something breaks, you can use that amount as well. The second one, do not get into debt review if you finance your vehicle using Balloon. Because remember, they've only financed the 70%. I'm just making an example. They've only financed the 70%. The 30% is waiting for you once you get to the end of the term. That 30% you can also finance. Yes, you can save, but if you find that it's 100,000 towards your balloon payment and you only have 30,000 Rand saved, the other balance needs to be financed. So when you do an application to finance the balance of your balloon or the whole amount of your balloon, you go through the NCA process of application. So if you're under debt review, you won't get finance, which will be a problem because you need to pay that balloon in a very limited short space of time. And then we're talking about trading in your vehicle. People sometimes confuse this thing and think, if I've financed the vehicle under Balloon and then I trade in my vehicle and it's bought by the dealership or it's part of the settlement, the balloon is still there for you to pay. The most important word that I need you to understand now is settlement figure. The bank will give you a settlement figure when you want to trade your vehicle for another one. The settlement figure is the amount that you need to pay to get out of the first contract. Once they've given you the settlement figure, easy thing is, it already has your balloon payment. So once it's paid, the balloon is done. Even if you get a bonus and you're thinking, I want to settle this vehicle like right there, use my bonus to get rid of the credit. Once you ask for the settlement amount on the vehicle and the bank gives you, you pay it, balloon payment is already included. First and foremost, you need to consult your bank if you hit a financial hurdle. The minute you realize that something is going to happen or something unplanned has happened which might impact how you pay your installments, first person you call is the bank to say, listen, my finances are going to be a bit disrupted, which might impact how I pay you as my creditor. And now, if you're taking your finance with Westbank, there are a couple of products that you find have covered you in this instance where you have a challenge or a financial challenge. These are called debt cover. It's a bunch of policies or plans that are able to protect you. The first one is a customer protection plan. It pays your installments for vehicle, your insurance premium in case of dread, death, or disability. Also, there is Life Protector. What Life Protector does is, I take finance on my vehicle anything happens to me, it pays off that credit, which means I don't pass the burden of installments or credit to my family. So it pays it off and then they own the asset. It's something that I think people really need to take seriously and consider. And then there's retrenchment policy. The retrenchment policy pays your installment or your insurance premium in case you are retrenched. The minute you get that letter, you call the bank and you say, I've got a retrenchment letter, and then the policy kicks in and pays your insurance premiums and your installments. Then the next one is your insurance shortfall. Something happens to your vehicle, it's written off, and the value of the vehicle is lower, or as insured, is lower than the amount you're owing to the bank. This policy then covers that shortfall. So your insurance pays you 100,000 Rand and your bank is saying you owe them 120,000 Rand. 20,000 Rand is paid by the shortfall cover. And then you have deposit protector. Vehicle like this is worth a lot of money. You put deposit towards the deal and something happens to it. Insurance pays for it, but you can now claim that deposit from this policy. So if you've gone with WesBank and you've taken one of these policies, you find that you're already protected. And if anything happens, WesBank is a call away, activate the policy, it pays your installment and your insurance, and you are sorted. Remember, if you currently don't have these, you can still add them on your contract if you're still paying for your vehicle finance. Now we come to the less popular one. It's called trading down or downgrading. You're owning something as beautiful as this, you encounter a financial challenge. Before you even get to a process of you can't pay your installments and you're having these things or you're struggling to pay them, just go to the dealership, downgrade, buy a vehicle that is lower in value, which means you are paying lower installments. It's very easy to do. I know your ego is sitting there going, no, don't do it, but your finances will be very proud of you. It's actually quite easy. It's called WesBank W Shop. It helps you give a loan that allows you to refurbish your car and give it the kick and the condition that you deserve to make sure that you still enjoy the vehicle. Things like your tire, your wheels, your film protection, anti-smash and grab, your sound, the WesBank approved service plan, your maintenance plan and your warranty voucher, and things like scratch and dent voucher. W Shop gives you a loan that allows you to buy those stuff, and then you can still keep your vehicle longer than when you were paying for it in terms of the finance period. And it still looks good and you can still use it. These are very important things that WesBank is giving you in terms of advice so that you avoid maybe getting into a new car deal unnecessarily. Refurbish your current vehicle, you've paid it off, just pay a little bit more with W Shop and you're sorted.